What's good? What's going on, crypto people? Life is good. Oh, let me turn this up. What's going on here? Yes, indeed. It's been a while. I got a story to tell. The real big Will. What's good, Crypto Hippo? What's going on? Gary, what? What's going on with that dude? What's going on with hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend? What? What is this? This dude, wow, he's got, I almost feel bad for this guy. I almost believe he believes what he's saying. What the world? We'll talk a little bit about hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend. Why is there, what's the big debate about the recent ruling from Judge Netber on the DPP? What's the big deal? I don't know. We'll get into it. I'm excited about it, personally. I'm excited about it. Oh, Gary's getting paid for sure. Don't forget those political aspirations that he has. Crypto Hippo. Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life. And the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good afternoon and good morning, good evening to each and every one of you. So very, very excited to be back with the fam, with the crypto fam. It's been a minute. I got a story to tell for sure, but it is great. It is great to see each and every one of you, to hear from each and every one of you. Shout out to XRP Joe. What's good, bro? Appreciate you hanging out today for sure. Interesting time. What is today? Today's January 17th. The last video I did, I believe, was December 22nd. Right? I think I wished the fam well. I wished to have happy holidays, right? Because we had to get on the road. We had to get to the airport to go on our Christmas vacation. Little Miss Crypto Siege and Miss Crypto Siege decided that they wanted a little winter Christmas. Me personally, not a big deal, but they wanted a winter Christmas. So, 12th hour, we just hooked it up. That's how we do in the Crypto Siege zone. 12th hour, man, we just go, man. And I gotta tell you, Miss Crypto Siege absolutely loves that. I mean, she loves it. Last minute, do it. We don't care about prices. We just go and do. So that's what we did, man. Fam, that's what we did, family. And yeah, so we decided to go to Boulder and we went skiing out there at a place called Eldora. Face Stamper, what's good with you, bro? Good to see you here. Went out to Eldora, right? It's just a little small thing outside of Boulder for skiing. We didn't go to the, all the other whatever, right? Miss Crypto Siege, I've never been skiing. Neither has Little Miss Crypto Siege. So they've never been skiing. No, they've never been skiing. I haven't skied in about 12 years. Okay, and even then, I had only skied about 6 times, maybe 6 times. So right, so we're talking new and newer, right? And which was very, very interesting to say the least. Miss Crypto Siege is like, oh yeah, I'm European, so we for exercise, we did the in school, right? Middle school, high school, we did walking in the snow. You walk in the snow with those things that looks like tennis rackets. That was for skiing. No, Oh, I love her so much. Now, she didn't mention this to me until we're on the plane to go ski. I'm like, babe, yeah, that's not skiing. That is a different thing all together. Cross country skiing. There it is, XRP Joe. I'm like, so you weren't going down anything? You weren't going downhill? You were just walking? That's not. And she had the tennis things. Like maybe she didn't have skis. She wasn't on skis. So in any case, so we're talking about we're out here and we get to the slopes and we're talking about I'm new, less than 6 times, and 11 years ago, and she's never been. Little Miss Crypto Seeds was like, nah, I'm not going. I was like, come on, baby girl, you can go. You just go on the little, they got the little level thing there where beginners are and you can learn. She was like, I'm not going. Little Miss Crypto Seeds would rather throw knives and shoot a bow and arrow and do some type of fight and beat people up. She is a trip. Oh my God. So she didn't go. She didn't go. We get ready to go to some Krav Maga classes though, because that's Little Miss Crypto Season's thing. She just loves that kind of stuff. And she's teeny tiny. She is teeny tiny like my mother. My mother was only 4'11". So although Little Miss Crypto Seas is a little bigger than that, she's not much bigger than that. She's a little teeny tiny, but she loves that stuff. Throw an axe and shoot a gun, and can I beat up some? Can I beat up people and I don't know something totally different than me? Oh, which is hilarious. She's totally different than me. Oh my goodness, she's totally different than me. But so in any case, right? So on the airplane ride there, I started getting a little like a slight fever, slight fever. And by the time we actually get to the hotel, I just got this full blown out fever, and it's not good. It's not good, and it's just getting worse and worse. I'm trying to not ruin the vacation with my deal, and so I think we got there the 23rd, and I'm, all right, I'm doing my thing. All right, let's get the liquids and get under the cover and, sweat it out, that type of deal like that. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. And what's going on, Crypto Kahuna? Good to see you. Is that Talofa or Talafa? Good to see you, Crypto Kahuna. So in any case, yeah, so I'm taking the route, and now we're taking the route that we're doing the flu route, right? We're liquids and eventually, in order for me to actually get up and get out, I had to, now I'm doing the ibuprofen and the Dayquil, and then when we get back, NyQuil type deal to kind of keep the fever down. So yeah, that was not great. So I'm on the slopes, and then the next day after slopes, we actually went hiking in the mountains, and because I'm trying not to, ruin the family vacay, and yeah, so that was very, very interesting. Drink some turmeric and honey, bro. Yeah. It's all good now, brother. Absolutely, it's all good now. But so, and I love turmeric too, Crypto. Love turmeric. I call it turmeric. Some people say turmeric. I call it turmeric. And I love the tea too, man. Love it, absolutely. And so, we're in the hotel, we're out, and we got dinner planned at this real, I don't know, nice place. Miss Crypto Seeds likes to, she likes fine dining and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we did. So we picked a nice spot in downtown Denver. I forget the name of the place now. And so this whole time, I got it. It's going on. Like fever got as high as 103. At one point, and so I'm just treating it like the flu. Now listen, the only symptom is the fever. So I got the fever and I got chills, you get the chills, you're feeling cold and all that. So I got that. Slight teeny body aches, teeny tiny in my legs, right? So, right? Yeah. What's going on, 316 Jive? How are you? Michael O2 is in the building. Yeah, we did, bro. Interesting stuff. Michael is very interesting stuff. So in any case, that's all I got going on. I'm like, what's good, Crossroads? Good to see you. So, that's what, I'm like, all right, let's just do this. And so there are days where I'm in the bed and, pouring, you get soaking wet and, your body is responding, right? Because this is a massive creation. This is an amazing creation of the body, right? And so it's responding and it's letting me know that something's not right. And I'm just sweating stuff out and doing a liquids thing and all that stuff. And so we had planned to be there from, I don't know, it was like 5 days. But then I had to actually go back and go. We had to come home, and then I had to go back. And about a day and a half, I had to get back out to Virginia, right? So I'm having to travel again, right? And I'm having to travel again, and then we had to travel again. We just came back from I don't know, 10, 12 days, something like that, in Florida. Yeah, so around so I think January 1st, when I was in Virginia, I had to go to Virginia. I decided to go to like what do they call those things? Like an urgent care or something on urgent cares or patient first or something like that. So I decided to go there. I'm like, yeah, I've been doing this thing now. I've been having this thing since about the 23rd, this fever. And generally, fever 3-4 days. Okay, cool. But this thing's going on for, like it was like 10, 11 days when I was, when I told the RN there, and I said, she was like, that's not a fever. I'm like, what? She said, yeah, that's probably, the beer cold. Now, she didn't say the beer cold, but that's what we say on the channel, right? We call it the beer cold because we don't want to give it any power at all. So I'm like, what? Nah. She's like, so how often are you coughing? I'm like, I'm not coughing. And how's are you struggling breathing? And I'm like, no, I'm not struggling breathing at all. I just came from skiing, and hiking in the mountains. No, I'm nothing. She's like, it's probably the beer cold. Let's do a test. I'm like, I'm not here for a beer cold test. I'm here to figure out what I think. I got some kind of little thing. We got to get some antibiotics or something, something like that, right? She said, let's just do the beer cold test. And so they do the beer cold test, but the one that they did, you can't get an answer back the same day. It's like 2 or 3 days. I'm like, what in the wide world? And so to do the test. I'm in Virginia. And then my dentist, when I went to go see my dentist, he was like, yeah, that's probably the beer cold too. That's what he's telling me. I'm like, dude, what do you mean it's the beer cold? So, yeah, it's probably the beer cold, and Anyway, so he still decides to see me, and in any case, I'm like, why is everybody on this beer cold thing, man? I got a flu or something. Or then he starts telling about this, the variant and all this other kind of stuff. All right, cool. I'm like, all right, cool. So in any case, so turns out that they were correct. It was the beer cold, after, I don't know, it took 3 or 4 days to get response back. So it was the freaking beer cold. Noble Revenue, what's good, bro? Good to see you back, brother. Hashtag participation. Indeed. Good to see you back. So anyway, turns out to be that deal. So from December 23rd to January 3rd, I'm dealing with that thing, right? And we leave for our next trip, me and Miss Crypto Siege. We head out to freaking Florida, Marco Island, right? We head out to Florida. I'm still ailing, I'm still battling, popping, popping stuff, right? And I'm like, we got 7 day, it was a 7 day meditation retreat, right? And we always like to do a day or two prior to starting something and a day or two after. So, whatever that's going to look like, 10, I don't know, does that 10 days, something along those lines there. And this is Mrs. Crypto Siege thing. Right now, I introduced her to this dude, Dr. Joe Dispenza. So we're at this meditation retreat, and just is something that she's been wanting to get to for a minute, right? We've gone to other things live that he's done, but never a retreat. So now I'm dealing with, I'm not trying to be sick. I don't want to be bumming out Miss Crypto Siege for this thing here, right? And so, yeah. So anyway, we got this thing kind of going on, and it's all, it's like all day meditation, 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning, this type of deal, lessons, classes, the whole nine. About the second day, I would say about the second day into the retreat, I was done, so that's about somewhere between 5 or 6 meditations. Yeah, I was done. It was done. It was a little trailing, what's that called? Remnants, whatever, little trail of the stomach being a little bit upset, borderline, if I eat this, I may be good. If I eat that, probably won't be good. So I'm doing a lot of drinking or whatever. So anyway, so just a little kind of that. I forgot to mention that was part of the symptom that I was having, that my stomach was just, not good. So in any case, so that was what was going on, guys. So literally from December 23rd to January 3rd, just kind of dealing with that, and then the meditations and stuff. It was done. I was over with it, and because there's no kind of, they can't give me anything but a notification that you got the beer cold. You know what I mean? That was it. So and I'm just not a big med. I'm not a big meds guy. I don't like taking meds. So so that was the deal there, right? So, and that's why I couldn't do any videos. I'm got the beer cold going on the whole time, and I'm at the retreat. I'm at this retreat, and about 4 or 5 days into it, I kept saying, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video into the retreat, but didn't do it because it's just it's jam packed. And I really wanted to be fully present with Miss Crypto Siege during this event. It was phenomenal, absolutely groundbreaking science to what this guy is doing. How many of you guys have heard of Dr. Joe Dispenza? Anybody heard of Dr. Joe Dispenza? Let me know in the comments if you have. So that's kind of where it was, guys. I didn't mean to kind of go on and on and on and rambling on and on and on about that, but let me know if you heard of Dr. Joe Dispenza. So that's kind of where I was these whole, kind of whole days here dealing, with that. And so traveled to Colorado, traveled to Virginia, back to Austin, then out to Florida, right? And in about 3 or 4 days, we're going to North Carolina, watch a college basketball game. And so I got to tell you, that was an interesting experience with the beer cold. I'm like, nah, I got nothing going on but a fever, and this is just beer cold. Yeah. So that was kind of my experience with that. And then meditation was just the retreat was just absolutely groundbreaking. I highly encourage you. If you're looking to create the best version of yourself, as I like to say when I teach and train, highly encourage you to look into that, dude. I got turned on to him because of a YouTube video that was called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. The video was actually titled something different, but it was based on his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Man, I got that book immediately because it just makes sense to me. I've always been that dude on that, let's become the best version of myself. How can I do that? Right. So do a lot of reading, right? A lot of courses, a lot of classes, whatever. Best version of myself type of deal. So when I came across the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, it just like made sense to me. To me, it's just right. There's this thing that's a level of awareness, and then you got something over here that's a level of awareness of who you are. You got some other thing over here that's a level of awareness of who you are. So this thing to me was just another level of awareness of who you are, not like levels up, but just whatever. Now you can make a level up by your participation, but in any case, yeah. So that's kind of what it made sense to me. Dr. XRP Joe says, Dr. Joe and his study in heart coherence is amazing. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah. Did you see the live stream they did a couple of days ago? Of course, we were there for that live stream. We were at that event, XRP Joe. And he did a live stream and he revealed, number one, the protein. And number two, he revealed the scientific study of his work and what it's doing. And guess what? In relation to COVID and cancer. So it's like, no wonder after 2 days of meditation, his meditation, I'm like, what? Yeah. So yeah, if you haven't seen that live stream, XRP Joe, you should definitely check it out. It absolutely amazing. I told Ms. Crypto Seeds that the breakthrough for me with his work and research was that live stream, because he had 6 or 7 scientists displaying data, right? Because they do a lot of research, right? So they do a lot of plugging you up and taking this sample and doing this sample and putting this thing on your head, and they do all kind of studying of these people who were doing his meditation, right? Who were doing his work. And Keyless is in the building. What's good, miss? How are you? So yeah, so when the 6 scientists, right? Because it's one thing, for me, I'm like, all right, it's one thing to have a dude saying, talking about his thing. It's one thing to have a business guy talking about his course, right? It's one thing to have a pastor talking about his church and his deal, right? But it's different when you have 6 people kind of on the outside, if you will, looking in, and then they kind of get on the inside. But these are scientists, and so when you get 6 scientists, they don't go by, oh man, Dr. Joe is cool and his meditations make you feel good, and nah, that's not going to work for them. Can you show me some data? Can you show me some studies, some research, some data this and data that? And, that's what they want. Now, they don't want your personal opinion. So for me to hear them, these 6 different scientists, these are the PhDs, and they got all that kind of, all that scientific stuff behind them to kind of speak and to vouch for his stuff and show the data, and then now become students of his. For me, that was like that. For me, that was the thing. Now, is it good to see the data? Yeah, cool. All right, you got this COVID data in relation to his studies and his meditation. All right, let me see it. Okay, so there it is. Holy moly! What the what? Yeah. So that's a scientist, right? So they, scientists is all about the peer review, and it's a level before the peer review you got to go through first, right? So when they lend their name and they lend their research, they're not playing. As I like to say, they're not playing. They're not gonna lend their name and their research if it ain't. You got to have the stuff behind it. So all 6 of them did put together the study. The study is about to be the study is actually out there, published on the results with COVID. Absolutely amazing. And then, of course, I think the next step is to get it peer reviewed and, get it in some other thing. I only know about peer review because a lot of our business partners are in the peer review business, right? They're biotechnologists. And Like they talk about, we want to get our stuff peer reviewed, and they do get their stuff peer reviewed. So in any case, yeah, that was phenomenal. Good to see you know a little bit about that, XRP Joe. Yeah, the study of his heart and mind coherence stuff is, I'm telling you, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So that's what we did out there in that retreat. We're doing meditations and laying down meditations and walking meditations. And one lady, I'll tell you one thing from the live event, because I'm not sure how they're going to get the live event out to the public right now. Attendees have access to it, but I think they had a link a couple of days ago, for the live event. If you were familiar with his work, you could get that link and actually watch the live event where we were the audience, blah, 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 blah. And it was, I forgot what I was saying, but it's one thing to, so one of the scientists, I'll tell you about one of the scientists. She actually spoke first, and a PhD from the UK. And she said, right, because, what they do is when they bring, they'll pick a group of the participants. Now, we had over 1,000 participants at this particular study, but in past studies, they'll pick a group of the participants who voluntarily participate in the study, and they bring the data, and then they'll take one participant, show them the data, have a conversation. Then they'll bring another participant and show them the data, have a conversation. And she was really funny, really, really funny. Is what she was saying is, and now the participants are broken up into two groups: new Dr. Joe students, and which is less than 6 months of doing his meditations, and then experience is 6 months or more, right? What's going on, bro? Good to see you. I know, man. Did story to tell for sure, bro. Story to tell while I was gone. So that's what they do. So new participants. So the participants are two categories: new, less than 6 months; experience, 6 months or longer. And so they bring a group of each of those participants in. And she said, what the female scientist from the UK said was, she said, yeah. So it's great to talk with you, and here's the data we was going to talk to you about it. And she was saying that when she was having these conversations with both the new and experienced, the conversation led to two kinds of things. It was 50% of the people, when they looked at the data, they saw the breakthroughs, they saw this, the phenomenal, significant impact of meditation. 50% of people are like, oh yeah. I mean, yeah, the breathing is amazing, and absolutely. I mean, when you just, it's absolutely. That makes sense to me. It's great to see it, but that makes sense to me. And she was saying that the other 50%, when she was showing them the data and telling them, how the data is showing what's going on with them and the success that they're having in their meditation and what's happening to the body, they were like, really? Because every time I felt like I was doing it, I felt like I was doing it wrong. I wasn't breathing the right way, or I wasn't fully focused. I kept like I was going and, in the meditation, actually, I'm thinking about when a tax is due. And so they were like shocked that they actually had positive data on them, but in their brains, they thought they were doing the meditation wrong, or that the meditations weren't working because they were doing them wrong in their mind. Yeah, and so I found that to be very, very fascinating. 50% were like, really? That's what happened with me? Like, I kept thinking I was doing this thing wrong and it wasn't working. But the data was showing, this kind of the brain coherence, the heart coherence. But more important than that, the COVID, I said the word, I didn't mean to say it. The beer cold results from the meditation was just undeniable. The significant impact of not getting it. Now, by the way, I should preface this with, although I had been a student of Dr. Joe's, I had been meditating for over a year. The retreat for me was kind of my way to get back into it. Yeah, but I hadn't done meditation in over a year. Yeah, not a single one, not a one. Miss Crypto C's had definitely a better habit than I had. But yeah, I gotta tell you, Keyless, this what am I going to say? The study and the research on the beer code. Wow. I was like, what? I mean, you can see it because these six scientists, group of scientists, they're tracking. They're not taking Dr. Joe's opinion or my opinion, someone else's opinion. They're tracking it, right? With the brain scans and the blood and the saliva and the samples and all the things they do to study that stuff. Whether they hook you up with the EEGs or not, all that stuff, they're tracking it. There's no personal opinions in the study, right? And so when we saw the results, because we were the first group to see the results as far as a public group on the beer code and the significant impact of lessening the chances of you getting it, phenomenal. And if by chance you still did get it, the lasting, how long it lasts or stay with you was also significantly decreased. So it was just interesting to see. It was very, very interesting to see. Again, I have always been a believer. I did not expect the data to see the actual data, whether it be brain scans, heart coherence, whatever it was. I didn't expect it to be so impactful. But it was really, really impactful, and you're gonna begin to hear a lot more of this because this scientific data in reference to this beer code from meditations from Dr. Joe's, guided meditation, and I think that the genius in what he did was he decided to track it and not just go by his personal opinion, to actually invest in tracking it and having data as opposed to just your personal opinion on it. And so, it costs a lot of money to get the right equipment to check heart coherence and brain coherence, mind coherence, and all the other kind of stuff. But very, very interesting stuff. So in any case, it was really, really, really fascinating, and now they're taking it to the next level, and they're gonna do it to the other big C, right? Something that I'm also a survivor of as well. So they're gonna start doing it there and kind of tracking that as well, because they've had so many breakthroughs medically with stage 4 cancers and cerebral palsy and all kind of disorders and or diseases or whatever. I could go on and on and on about the different ones. What's the monostatic? There's one that's treatable that's not curable in the bones. A good friend of mine actually is dealing with that. Monostatic something static, quote unquote treatable but not curable. And they had one person who was there who had that, the treatable, not curable, and all through your bones. I think it's monostatic. Miss Crypto Seeds just know. She knows. Miss Crypto Seeds know. I have to ask her if she'll see my text. But so there was one guy there who had that one. Oops. See if she answers me. So monostatic, something like that right there. Yeah, Keyless, yes, that's it right there. Metastatic, yes, that's the one. XRP Joe, are you referring to metastatic cancer? Yes, that's the one. That's the big one, right? The treatable but not curable thing. And so this dude, it's about 6'3", 6'4", big old long beard. He had that. And so it is that one. He had that one, XRP Joe. It's the metastatic cancer. We have a good friend who's been dealing with that. And completely 1000% gone. completely 1000% gone. No treatment, just meditation. So that's a big one. Stage 4 cancer is cool. Breast cancer is cool. Although those are phenomenal as well, right? When you right, people who couldn't, you know, got some walking stuff, who could now walk. Oh, just tons of stuff. Okay. What's going on, Barney Rubble? Good to see you, bro. Appreciate you being here. Right. So, yes, indeed, free like summer. God is good. God is great. 100%. Right. Our bodies are insane. Exactly, Keelis. It really is. It really, really is. And you know, so I had two ailments, like physical ailments, not the beer cold thing. I had the beer cold. And again, like the second day of meditation, I'm good now. Okay. But I had the bodybuilder's ailments, you know, the wrist, the little thing here in the wrist, had that going on, right? You know, I'd be great for 14, 15 days, and I just grab one thing the wrong way, or move this thing the wrong way, right here, that right there, right? Then I would get that. Next thing you know, I can barely pick my phone up with my left hand, right? And then also, you know, the shoulder, right? This is just weightlifting stuff, right? That nagging, lingering, you know, whatever. So both of those things done during the 7-week thing there, totally, completely done. Yeah. So good to see you, Bonnie. I appreciate you being here. Oh, Noble Revenue, you just moved to San Antonio. How cool. How you like San Antonio, right? So in any case, that, guys, for me, I'm speaking on it on this channel because it was an absolutely breakthrough for me to be at this is what they call an advanced retreat, right? So there's some stuff you have to kind of do. Well, at least that's what we had to do in order to be able to get there and go to that. The beer cold in 2020 kind of changed everything around, and you could do stuff online. And but for us, we were back in 2017 or 2016, where you had to physically get to this and physically get to that in order to be able to get to this 1 week advanced thing. But Limelight Studios, guess who's back? Guess who's bizat? What's good, bro? I'm glad the bat signal was received. Great to see you back here, bro. Yeah, appreciate you being here, man. Texas Crypto is in the building. How are you? Hey, Siege, how are you doing? Doing outstanding, man. Appreciate you being here. So in any case, yeah, I highly encourage you to look it up, check it out. Look into it. It might be something of value to you. I know it has been for us and for me. And again, the scientists and hearing them was the thing for me. That was like the clicking it on deal for me. And they did that live stream, I think 2 days before the event ended. And they had the six scientists in a panel, right? For me, because I know they're not gonna fall into one dude's opinion. they're gonna want the facts. They're gonna want the data. They're gonna want the science, the quote unquote science, if you will, from behind it. So yeah, something to look into. I read the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Yeah, stage 4, Miss Crypto C says stage 4 metastatic something BC. So okay, breast cancer, I guess is probably what that BC is for, right? The treatable, not curable deal. And so I can't wait to talk with her and share this dude's story. Yeah, but any case, crypto world has been really, really crazy. Thanks, guys, for letting me ramble on. Free like summer. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I'm bullish on silver and uranium, as we will need those two for the Green New Deal. How about that? Also, bullish on Theta, as the metaverse will need the network. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for sharing, Free Like Summer. I appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat. So listen, crypto world is crazy right now. BC Backer is doing his thing. I didn't get to see his latest video. Was it today, uploaded today or not? But in any case, Gary, hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend. I'm not sure what this dude is thinking, or like apparently he just did a talk or speech the other day, and Stuart Alderoty went all in on this dude. The Stuart Alderoty went all in on freaking hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend. It very, 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 very yeah, and so this is deeper than mind over matter for sure. Oh, but that's a great point, mind over matter, because he talks about mind, he talks about matter a lot. Yeah, you enjoy his stuff, Josh, for sure. You would definitely enjoy his stuff, bro. Interesting stuff, for sure. Interesting stuff. Keyless. Okay, yeah. So thank you again for I appreciate the super chat, my friend. So I'm gonna go over to Stuart Alderoty responding to I almost feel bad for hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend. I really almost feel bad. I really almost feel bad for this guy. I'm telling you. So this is let me show you Stuart Alderoty stuff. Let me share this. Like, has this dude do you not have any I don't know, man. Do not have any shame or what is going on, my friend? What are you doing? All right, let's do this. Check out Stuart Alderoty. Stuart is a beast. This is dated January 12th. So my first reaction after reading this speech. That's funny right there. My first reaction after reading this speech. That's a great GIF right there. Or is it GIF? Is it GIF or GIF? I don't know. Check out my remarks. It's a Securities Enforcement Forum where I discuss some principles I have asked our Enforcement Division to consider as they investigate misconduct and make recommendations to the Commission. Oh, that's funny. That's funny right there. So anyway, this is what Stuart had to say about that. I hope am I getting these out of order? No, okay, all right, there it is. In all seriousness, the football field with no referee analogy, Chair Gensler insists on using is wrong. The truth is the SEC uses regulation by enforcement to create an uneven playing field and pick winners and losers according to opaque rules they make up. They make up as they go along. Anybody not hip to this dude and what's going on at the SEC now? They don't care about you and I and the average retail investor. It's all about power. And for any of the chairpersons about political aspirations, especially Gary Gensler. Nothing else. They're not looking out for you. That's why I started to tweet that hashtag on Twitter, hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend. Don't believe for a second he's looking out for you or I. His speech says, a high impact case pulls many other actors back from the line. Does that sound like regulation by enforcement to anyone else? The SEC intends that the mere filing of a case chills behavior. You know, he's out there trying not backtracking, but trying to cover himself with why the enforcement, all these regulation by enforcement things. Listen to this. The SEC intends that the mere filing of a case, it chills the behavior, regardless of whether they're right on the law or the facts. He's trying to justify these, the word I'm looking for, justified. He's trying to justify these moves. But ultimately, Goldman Gary is looking out for his boys. And in return, he's going to get some political aspiration boxes checked. That's it. Don't listen. In the infamous words of BK, don't believe it. It's still true. That's what this dude's doing. Period. That's what he's doing. It's nothing else. Let me say it again. It is nothing else. Now, if he would have made his 100 or so million in the digital asset space, that would be another thing, but he didn't. He made it in the traditional finance world with his boys at Goldman. You know, they get to the clubs. Yeah, not those clubs, right? They get to the, what do they call those things? Do they call them golfing clubs? What do they call those high-end golf places things? He gets on, he gets on the links with his boys. That's what this is about. Because remember, I heard Crypto Eddie actually kind of reference kind of thing we say on the channel all the time. We say this on the channel all the time. That dude was privately selected, not publicly elected. You gotta be careful of those who are privately selected because someone had to select them privately. And that someone, that committee out there that I like to call they, what do you think they're doing that for? Just because they want something in return. We'll hook you up if you will hook us up. That's what that's about. We can't be naive anymore, any longer. That's the deal right now. That's what he's doing. Congress knows it. And I promise you, that board that gave him the blessing, whatever, how many members from Congress it was, they feel right now hoodwinked, bamboozled by that dude. Hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend. I promise you, that's what they're feeling. Vast majority of them. Like, this dude came up here and gave us a smile on the face and and it's up to us now because the Congress people that gave this dude the blessing, even though, Mr. Biden, may have selected him, right? Right? They're like, whoa, our constituents are not happy with this dude right now. We made a mistake, right? 6,800 messages to Congress people, 6,800. Shout out to Johnny Deaton, letting the Congress people know we're not happy with this dude, what he's doing. What's going on there? No, we're not happy with this dude. He's a fraudster. He's a fraudster. And continue on with Stuart stuff. Stuart is that dude. I gotta tell you, I like this guy. Because after all, that's why the SEC plays the delayed card and uses it to their advantage. I mean, Stuart is trying to tell us all, average Joe and James, the truth. He's on the inside. He gets to see the nastiness. He knows what's going on. Stuart knows what's going on. Smart guy. Because after all, that's why the SEC plays the delayed card and uses it to their advantage. So much for justice delayed is justice denied. How about publicly committing to move the Ripple case as swiftly as possible with no more delays? With no more delays. Right? I'm sure you don't think that the people at the SEC that they got in this Ripple versus SEC case are just kind of, they got their own game plan. Surely you don't think they're not getting direction from Jared Gensler. Surely you don't think that, right? To me, the delay is about being able to take advantage of the very opaque thing going on right now so they can bring more people in and, invite them in and then rip them to pieces, bring them to court, right? Because after this case, they're not going to be able to do that as frequently. Settlement or not, doesn't matter. Settlement or not. Speaking of settlement, what is going on with this big deal? What's the big deal about the PP? Why is the community divided in terms of whether this is a great thing. The DPP, Judge Detmer, said that Wayne Hinman's speech was, in fact, his personal opinion. What are you guys' thought on where that's going? Like for me, I think personally that her making that decision, that was his personal opinion, is absolutely phenomenal for Ripple. Personally, that's what I just, I believe that 10,000%, because I do believe it's gonna play well into Ripple's fair notice defense. I really and truly do. I really and truly do believe that. Now I know I was going over some stuff from Stephen W. Huber earlier this morning in preparation for this live stream. I think it's a great win for Ripple. They get to see these emails, however many of them they get to see, they do get to see them. I think that is phenomenal. And that team at Ripple is going to take it apart. They are going to just place a massive boulder of an advantage on their side. I really do. After it is all said and done, I really, really do. Now, so here's the deal. It's interesting to see or hear that Jeremy Hogan actually tweeted out a timeline for a settlement, if there's going to be one, right? I think he said it would be between January and March, if there's going to be one. I think that's very, very interesting. I've always believed, personally, check out my videos, I've always personally believed that the settlement is the way, because they both win. They both win in the settlement. Because no matter what happens in that settlement, no matter what happens, the SEC is going to be able to pull something and say it's a victory for them. It is most likely going to be the value of some quote unquote fine, but they're going to pull something from the settlement and call that a win. That's what they do in all their settlements. They call them wins based on some kind of dollar value that they were able to get. Right? And so dragging it out, dragging it out is more impactful in terms of a sense of a loss than a settlement. I don't believe that the SEC for 1 second wants to, wait on a jury of someone's peers to make a decision on this case. I just think not, because if that happens and they lose, it's a major blow, major. It doesn't matter if it's in the smaller courts or not, it's still a major blow. And then now that also, it gives all the other good ones out there, the Terra Lunas of the world, if you will, right? Because they're now in the crosshairs of the SEC and they're suing the SEC, right? It gives the Terra Lunas of the world, right? When Ripple wins some type of judgment in the end, it gives them major ammo to fight, major ammo. And it will slow down the SEC. It will slow them down in terms of how they grow. Now, remember, the SEC grows from all these fines and rewards and stuff that they get, fines that they get. That's how they don't get enough money from Congress. That's how they grow, right? And all these chair people, this is how they build their resume for other stuff. That's the nasty kind of world the U.S. We all live in the U.S. So the settlement thing, for me, I think that a settlement is a good thing for Ripple, because a settlement buys back time, right? Settlement buys back time, right? We're trying to wait to a summary judgment. Ripple wants to get their win in settlement, and their win in the settlement is XRP is not a security. Brad Garlinghouse has said publicly time and time again, there is no settlement without the declaration from the SEC that XRP is not a security. There is no settlement without that. So if they come to the table and they agree on it, now it might be XRP is not a security from the day of the settlement moving forward. It might be, from 2 years until present, who knows? But they are going to get some form of XRP is not security. They're not walking away from this case without that. And that's all we need. And that's all Ripple's partners need. They don't care if it's the day of the settlement going forward. They don't care if it's 2 years going back or 3 years. They don't care. They just want that thing because they want to move forward. Ripple and its partners, RippleNet, ODL, they want to move forward with that. With that, it's not a security thing because now they can tap into this capital markets. And trust me when I tell you that the United States capital markets just wait on the sideline. They're just waiting for the word. They're just waiting for the word. Anybody of some measure of intelligence knows the power of XRP, RippleNet, ODL, and what it's doing. Anyone knows it. Well, you just gotta have a little teeny tiny of intelligence. I mean, even hashtag Gary Gensler knows. He knows. So once they get that, and that's why, in my opinion, the summary judgment is a loss for Ripple, even if they win the summary judgment, because it's time, and they want to get into the capital markets as soon as they possibly can. There's still people out there trying to grab market share, right? You got to get that. There's still people out there trying to grab market share in the cross-border payment space. So Ripple wants to, they want to get that settlement. That's why Stuart Alderoty is like, let's move this up. Let's get going. There's a reason for that. Absolute reason for that. Absolutely. Keyless is like, I was mostly thinking the SEC case is so bad and they are so whiny. I feel like the judge has to play politics and give them some wins before they lose big time, right? And it's a good point. And ultimately, Judge Nutburn and Juris Torres, they know the significance of this. They know the significance of this case. They 100% know it, and they are going to cross every I and dot every no. I think it's cross every T and dot every I in this case. 1,000%. They're going to do that before they make a decision. I think that they kind of both know that a judgment, a settlement is imminent. I think, but I really do believe that it is imminent. It has to come because hashtag Gary Gensler doesn't want to lose his political aspirations. Now, some say he wants that, they want to drag this thing out so they can continue with the, and it's true, so they can continue with their enforcement by regulation, but not to the detriment or sacrifice of not being able to kind of rule over the space at all, or or if you will, summary judgment that gives not only Ripple but other great communities, blockchains, businesses out there, like, for example, Terra Luna, the more ammunition to fight back against them. And the fair notice defense, in my opinion, is going to be the one. That's going to be the one. So if it's not looking great on that fair notice defense, there's going to be a settlement. You know what I mean? It's going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be a settlement. So Stuart laid into this dude. Stuart Alderoty laid into this dude. So the other word on the street is Binance. I'm not sure why this is, I don't know. But I love that Binance is doing this wrapped XRP, but that has been happening on WANSwap for forever, right? Let me share this little news coming out of the Binance. Fellow Binanceans, I don't know. Binance completes the wrapped XRP integration and opens deposits. To all of you that are not U.S. investors, cool, but again, OneSwap.finance has been doing this for a while now, or as we like to say, for a minute. Binance has completed the wrapped XRP integration and has opened deposits for wrapped XRP on Ethereum. Please find your assigned XRP deposit addresses on Ethereum network within the deposit crypto page. Binance will open withdrawal for wrapped XRP on Ethereum on a later date. No further announcement will be posted. Please note that wrapped XRP deposit will be credited as XRP and it is ready for trading immediately. Withdrawal of XRP on Ethereum network will be wrapped XRP. Here's the wrapped XRP contract address for those of you who like to do something on Binance. There it is. But again, WanSwap, that monster, that beast, WanSwap.finance has been doing that for a while now. For an absolute while now. What else did I want to share with you guys? Shout out to Crypto Eddie. I hope you're doing well, miss. Keep doing what you're doing. Congrats on becoming a liquid marketplace advocate. Did I have a picture of that? Maybe no, I have it on Twitter. Let me share that. Shout out to Crypto Eddie. Who else? It was Crypto Eddie, Kevin Cage, XRP Darren, and King Solomon. This liquid marketplace looks. What's going on here? Looks really, really good. Come on. If I could get my laptop to communicate, to cooperate. Man, what happened here? My whole thing froze. Yeah, the whole thing froze. Hold on a second, guys. Goodness gracious. So let me share it. Let me see if I can pull this up. IQ market. I signed up for the Lookup Marketplace, and I can't. Let's see if I can spell better. Liquid Market. There it is right here. Yeah, I created an account today. It's like it's high-end collectibles. High-end collectibles on the blockchain. There it is right here. The wait is almost over. Create an account at Liquid Marketplace today and gain early access to our first high-valued offerings. Educators and investigators, now liquid advocates. We partnered with crypto enthusiasts who want to share what they know with you. They're here to guide you through the world of digital assets and tokenization, helping you to take advantage of every opportunity. Yeah, check out Liquid Marketplace. I have, and I did sign up. If you consider it, I like it. And here are the awesome people here, all XRP community members. Isn't that interesting? Crypto Eddie, XRP Darren, Kevin Cage, and King Solomon. So I did look into Liquid Marketplace a bit. Who we are, buy and sell portions of incredible items. Man, that would be cool. I own a portion of Jackie Robinson card there. Our process, evaluation, tokenization, and marketplace. I like it. Liquid learnings, top 3 sports card sales. Interesting stuff. It'd be interesting to see how high-end, quote unquote, this is going to be. This sounds a lot like what Gary Vaynerchuk and some other people with baseball were doing, I believe, as well. Liquid Marketplace began with a passion for collectible items. As the market matured, we saw the tremendous opportunity for growth. We also saw a divide. Growing prices meant diehard fans and collectors were often priced out. As collectors first, we wanted to change that. So there it is there. So interesting stuff. The vision, the move. We created a large-scale platform where people can buy and sell portions of rare collectibles in real time via digitized tokens. You're not buying shares. When you purchase a tokenized portion of the collectible on Liquid Marketplace, you become a genuine co-owner of the collectible. Very, very, very cool. I like it. Yeah, so check it out. It's liquidmarketplace.io. I'm very interested and excited about becoming a part of this and seeing how I can actively participate. Let me see what else I got for you guys here. Stuart Alderoty. Oh man, that Stuart Alderoty thing. I just think it's inflation. Shout out to Crypto Eddie. This is a very, 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 very good point. It's great to see her, diving in more into DeFi, what's really like kind of going on there. You guys know that we here on this channel have been big time in the DeFi for a while. Absolutely love what it's doing because again, it's our right. DeFi for me it's our chance to win, right? And we take the power back from traditional finance and traditional finance products. So important. Wrapped XRP, further integration to leverage DeFi and ETH. Earning yield is one of the most powerful financial tools we have to stay ahead of tax and inflation. I just had to wrap my memo. If you guys are in Wonderland, you got to wrap that memo. Not financial advice. I certainly wouldn't tell you what to do with your memo. But yeah, you want to change the business model around. You want to see Wonderland continue to evolve and to grow. Wrapping it is a better move than staking ahead of tax and inflation. And I love what she says here. Don't let Gensler take that away. Remember, he was appointed and we vote. There's the quote, the sheet, right? That's what I say. Remember, this dude was privately selected, not publicly elected. Got to remember that. Got to remember that. And there she goes there. Fractional ownership will democratize the ownership of high value assets. Kind of cool. It is really cool. So there it is. Shout out to you, Crypto Eddie, Kevin Case, XRP Darren, my guy. Hope you're well. And that dude, Solomon. Yes, indeed. They picked four of the best to ever do it in this space to genuinely represent them. I just got to tell you. Very, very cool. Happy for you guys. Absolutely happy for you guys. So let me see where we are here. It's been a really cool hang. It's been great to get back with you guys. It's been great to get back with you guys. My laptop, man, I gotta tell you. Come on, laptop. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard, laptop or notebook or almost a laptop, or almost, bigger than a notebook, but maybe not quite a laptop. This Lenovo thing I got going on, I think they call it a notebook or an I something. I don't know what they call it. There it is. Yeah. So we've been over a little bit over an hour. My stream is not working that great. Let's see what's going on. Cover some of the comments in here before I hop off. Yeah, 316 jive. Yes, I see a lot of people thinking the CFTC would be better at regulating the space. Yeah, a lot of people do believe that. The 316 jive is just different from the liquid exchange. On their site, they say when you click something, it's to go to the exchange. But I haven't looked into it enough to give you an honest answer on that. I know liquid exchange is massive. It's a very, very powerful thing they're doing over there. I think it's not US enabled as of yet. The liquid exchange, not just liquidmarketplace.io. Yeah, you can buy Wrap Memo, my friend. Oh, you saying sushi? What's going on, 5/5/2020? When did you last try to buy Wrap Memo? Firefly 2020 says can't still buy Wrap Memo. Don't know what's wrong with sushi. You can't. What's going on there, my friend? Did you go to the Avalanche network when you try to do it, bro? Look at Keyless. Keyless is on it, man. I am so proud of you, Miss. Kayla says, all wrapped and loaded here. Wanted to do that for OHM. I always forget what OHM is. It's the first one. Anyway, for Ohm 2 and Migrate, but man, those gas fees on ETH, tragedy. It's a tragedy. One of the greatest embarrassments of digital asset space is these Ethereum fees. I'm just going to stay put for a bit on, what is OHM again? Keyless, I forget. Why am I forgetting? Olympus DAO, Olympus. They said you won't lose anything by waiting. Cool, yep. Now, yes, AVAX. We'll try later. Yeah, okay. That's interesting because, yeah, that you can't do that. I have not done anything with strong Firefly 2020. So you saying you can't, there's no liquidity, Firefly 2020? Yes, I do know that, John Robinson. Yes, Avalanche is now available to stake on Celsius. I have to redo my freaking ambassadorship. Because I was sick, and they recently put something out. You have to sign this new thing, and it expired on the 29th of December. So I have to remember to do that when I get off the stream. So Firefly 2020, are you saying there is no liquidity? What's going on, 416 crypto? Appreciate you being here, my friend. You're saying there's no, you just tried that now, huh? Guys, for me personally, this is not financial advice. I believe, again, not financial advice. I believe that Wonderland is a sleeping, it is the sleeper of the sleepers in terms of these rebase DAOs. Look at the gas fees right now. Holy moly. I believe, well, what is it? Okay. I really, really do. I think that Danielle E is a genius of a guy, and the other dude that he got with him. This is Sifu. I think they're both kind of genius dudes. And personally, again, I'm not telling you what you do with your money. I think it's a sleeper. I really, really do. I really, really do. I think they have the genius and the technology to do something wonderful, to do something crazy great. But it's going to be a year or two thing, right? And I love that it's going to be a year or two thing. We have to walk away from this, in 30 days we can be a millionaire deal. Although it is true, right? That can happen. We got to walk away from that kind of thing and build long-term sustainable projects. And I do believe that Wonderland, what they got going on there, and they got a big time community. Frog Nation is massive, guys. Frog Nation is no joke. Trying to get up there, taking a page out of the XRP community. I got this thing here from my daughter, and it keeps wanting to fall down. A prayer for my dad. It's not the best ever. She is the best ever. But it doesn't want to stay up here for some reason. So let me see what's going on here. Let me connect here. Firefly. I'm not sure why you can't. Let's see what's up. Let me connect here. I don't have to do. Do I have to do my? I don't have to do my ledger for this one. Let's go here. Let's go to the Binance network. So you want to swap something for wrap memo, right? You can swap whatever, right? Whatever Avalanche thing you got. If it's Avalanche, if it's QI, if it's freaking Joe, whatever it is. All right, let's go back here. W memo. Maybe MEM. Oh, do you got W memo on there? Yeah, it shows up right here. Let me see here. If I do max, it says I can swap it. I'm not going to do my Avalanche. I got plenty of wrap memo. Thank God. Because God is so awesome. Yeah, so let me try to help you out, bro. What is going on, Firefly? Why are you saying you can't do it, my friend? This says Firefly 2020. Check, please, for me. Thanks, easy. I'm on the Sushi right now. I can swap. What's going on? I don't know why you can't. No, Keyless. Check this out. Any more news? Keyless says any more news on when the swap will be available nationwide on Celsius. I'm a Celsius ambassador. I've been a Celsius ambassador for years. Miss Crypto Siege is able to swap, and I am not. I don't understand that. How is it the ambassadors are not able to do it yet? I haven't got the word on it. It's still beta. But I thought they said, Keyless, I feel like Q1 of this year. I feel like February. I feel like February nationwide, Keyless, for Celsius. You can get on Celsius. If you got some USDC, you can swap it for BTC, no fees. If you got some BTC, you want to swap for Avalanche, no fees. No fees, guys. Goodness gracious. I hope you're a part of the Celsius network. Celsians. I hope you're a Celsian. It's crazy. So what? Yeah, because it was just there for me. Firefly 2020. Got a little bit of AVAX, and I typed in wrap memo. So swap from AVAX to wrap memo. It was right there. Now I'm not going to do it, but it was right there. Right, whatever kind of little bit of whatever I got going on there. I don't know how much is 0.0144 AVAX. Not a lot, right? So one wrap memo equals 623.4 AVAX. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I could hit swap. So you're saying that's what I'm trying to find out from you, Firefly 2020. Are you saying you're getting a message that there's no liquidity? Like, what is the issue that you're having that you say you can't do it? Keela says, so many of us are in it deep on the Frog Nation thing, and whatever Danny, which is Daniele, is building. If he goes down, we go down with him. LOL. Andre and Danny are going to be like the VC Kings of DeFi. I agree. I think they have a vision. I think they were smart in their money. Now remember, we're talking these Sifu and Daniele. We're talking these, abracadabra money, right? Them. And it was another one, right? I mean, it's not like they're just coming out of nowhere. They built some very, very profitable projects. They have a vision. I think they have a sincerity and genuineness, if that's a word, to help the average Joe and Jane. You can feel it. You can when you talk with them and listen to them. That they understand, like we do understand on this channel, that we need a new 1%. Right? We need a new 1% so that they can do this right here, right? What does that say? Live happy. Live happy, right? We need a new 1%, right? And I think they get that. Okay, it says pending. You using MetaMask, my friend? Because MetaMask might be the deal, my bro. Alex Van Fitness, what's good? What's good, my bro? My man C just tuned in. Why is it a wrap? Not the loss. For me, it's a wrap because what Judge Netburn did, in my opinion, in ruling that William Hinman's deal was his personal opinion. Like they had to make a decision. The SEC was trying to go both ways and try to play it both sides. That's what the SEC was trying to play, the SEC Hinman speech. They kind of try to play it both ways. Then they got him to sign something to say it was just his personal opinion. I believe that the personal opinion thing from William Hinman amplifies the ability for Ripple to win the fair notice defense. That's my thing in terms of that. So I think that this was because they get the emails. Remember, they're getting more ammo. It's not like Ripple was not. If there is a count in terms of wins and losses, who's ahead and behind in this Ripple versus SEC, it's 10-2, 10 to if that. In terms of Ripple was on the winning side of that, and I think being able to get more ammo and being able to see these emails in reference to William Hinman and Ethereum, and how they kind of came to the conclusion with Ethereum is going to be massive. They got a great team. And remember, the SEC didn't want to give anything at all. And now Ripple gets something. So I do really, for me, I believe it's a wrap in that a settlement is imminent. Popsicle Finance. There you go, Keyless. Yes, Popsicle Finance, Abracadabra Money, Mem, right? I mean, Danielle and Sifu are no freaking joke, and they built a community. And one of the ways you build a community, you help some people make some money, right? They built a community. They built a good products, and for me, it's a sleeping giant. And I think personally, my personal opinion, not financial advice, is that this Wonderland thing, what they're doing, in my opinion, is very, very similar. Not the model, but the terms of the amount of people that they have helped become millionaires. It's very much like Curve Finance, in my opinion. Curve Finance has helped a ton of people become millionaires. You're not going to know who they are. It's not just Noah, not just Noah. It's a bunch of Noahs who bought into Curve Finance and what they were going to do, and let it evolve, and supported by the long-term staking, whatever, and letting them do what they do and come up with ideas to grow that ecosystem. And I believe personally, Wonderland is going to do the same thing. It's a bet, right? There's no guarantees. It's a bet, and I'm putting my money there, right? We put our money there. We put our money where our mouth is, in terms of trusting in that process. Trusting in that process, for sure. So let me know if that goes through, Firefly. Again, it might be something with your MetaMask, man. You're welcome, Alex Fan Fitness. Thank you for smashing the like, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. And the thing is, it's not really. I don't know if it's about beating the bankers, right? I know they have a grand vision, and they, this whole treasury and, this REIT-based model, but overall, right, Wonderland is going to be just part of a bigger way to displace, if you will, or intermediate the bankers who are not looking out for you and I. Remember, it's not the 9,990 bankers. It's the 8 to 10 JP Morgan, Goldmans, and Citis of the world who are not looking out for you and I. And so, and I think Danielle and Sifu recognize that, and they're trying to do their part to give us more options. That's what it's about, giving us more options so that we can walk away from the traditional finance and their traditional financial products. Yeah. So what's pending? Is the swap pending, Keyless? Sushi, who knows? I would think that on Avalanche, it would be cool. Let me see something. Let me change. I don't have a whole lot of freaking, I don't want to use all my Avalanche. I have no Avalanche. Let me see. I did a 0.001. Let me see something. Got to check that browser, my friend. Check that browser. Okay, what happened? Go back. So I did the swap. Let me see what's going on. You say he's pending on your MetaMask? Let me see what happens here. I had some issues with MetaMask a couple of days ago. Estimated gas is 0.03. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I don't have enough to do a swap. I don't have enough Avalanche to do a swap. So most likely, no worries. Most likely it is MetaMask if you're using MetaMask, my friend. Yeah, go reset your transactions. What I had to do, my friend, is when you go to your MetaMask and you go to advanced options, I had to reset. So you go to MetaMask, you go to the top right there, you go to settings, you go to advanced, and I reset the transactions. I reset the account, rather. Sorry, not transaction. I reset the account. Resetting your account will clear your transaction history. This will not change the balances in your account or require you to re-enter your secret recovery phrase. It will not require you to re-enter your phrase, right? So that's what I had to do the other day. So you try both Chrome and Brave. Yeah, so that's what I did because I had like 11 pending transactions. For sure. I seem to have, when using MetaMask, I seem to have the best success with Chrome, but my guy is live here. Player community is live. So that's what I did, my friend. Try that out, see if that works. Again, it just kind of resets everything as far as transactions are concerned. You're welcome, Keyless. So that would be my best bet there to help you out, my friend. Let me know if it changes anything there for sure. Yeah, so for me personally, with this Wonderland, that's just my thing, guys. Again, it's not financial advice, but I do believe it is kind of that thing. I kind of liken Daniele and Sifu to the people from Curve, just kind of really, really smart guys wanting to make a difference, coming up with different ideas to make a difference in people's lives. It's really kind of how I see it. And I think that they have a good shot. That's me personally. I just think they have a good shot. I don't look at the price of time. It doesn't matter for me, right? Right. To me is, do I have any memo? And now, do I have any wrap memo? I'll check back in the year, see how goes it. But it is not the, get rich thing. APYs are cool. They're awesome. But ultimately, things like Wonderland and the Maya exchange, in my opinion, ultimately those about having a long-term vision. And crypto, long-term is a year, right? Year, 2, 3 years, right? Crypto, that's long-term. Having a long-term vision, trusting in the people behind the product that are trying to do the greater good, and subconsciously believe, like we consciously believe, that we need a new 1%. That's kind of where I am with that. So my exchange, Curve Finance, you guys know we're big time on Curve, and Convex, big time on Convex, because I believe that's what those projects represent. Curve, Convex, Wonderland. I believe those projects represent, subconsciously, we need a new 1%, and they're trying to do their part to kind of create that. And I love that. I do love that. Cheers, Firefly 2020. Cheers to you, my friend. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to hang up. I'm going to wrap it up. It's been a really, really cool hang. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for being patient while I've been off the radar for 3+ weeks. I appreciate your support. As always, it means a lot. It means everything to me, Miss Crypto Siege, the Crypto Siege home. So appreciate you being here. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't done so already. Good night, Firefly 2020. And stay tuned for the next one. We'll be back. Thank you, Keyless. It's great to be back. Stay tuned for the next video for sure. Man, I get to the gym. How cool is that? All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.